So this video is on making an InspectionWare package, and you should probably watch it after watching the video on Introduction to InspectionWare Packages, which gives you an idea of what a package is and when you should use it. So this is the nitty-gritty of using a package, and let's just drag out our processor package and put it here. And I put it in this window, and this defaults to having a few of these folders and nodes in it. And remember, the basics of a package is there's folders and nodes of known functionality and a known name, and that's how we work with the package. I'm just going to start with it empty. I'm going to throw everything out and start building it from scratch so you get an idea of how it works. So the place you want to start is in this Add to Package submenu item, and up here it shows you all the folders that are supported, the known folders, and these are objects and nodes of known name and known functionality that you can add to the package. So you can press the processing folder, and I don't know if you remember from last time, but the input data is the place where your data is connected from a previous place, and if we connect the input data, it connects to the A-scan. So I'm just going to show you one other way of doing that. Is that if you just go directly to the node, the input data, it's smart enough to know what folder it needs and adds it if necessary. Okay, so let's look at connecting input data. So this one has gone one up, and it's saying I'm connecting to my sibling. So the next sibling is the A-scan, but below it is input data name, and you can do a comma-separated list of all the siblings you want. So if I do that, it does B-scan, A-scan. You can throw outputs in there, so you can sort of pick off stuff from above it whenever you want. There's a couple of other ways of getting input data. I could go here and go get it from my parent. Sorry, wrong one. Gets to the parent, or I could put it out sort of anywhere else in the workspace and say get it from path, and then I'm going to type /data /sequence/bscan, and hopefully if I did that right, it connects to bscan. So 3 ways of connecting up your sources. And I'm going to go back to the sibling one, and I'm going to do bscan, bscan. Okay. And connect that, and we'll get rid of that. Our data is now connected. And I'm just going to throw a little data processing on, data fusion, put data fusion, and I'm going to shift drag to get that to connect, and now I've got a data fusion that's a subtraction of those two. That's the B scan, and then the A scan, and that's a subtraction. So just some data processing. Keeping going. So I'm going to do the output data next. And it was smart enough to say it goes in the data folder, and I'm going to drag that on here, and I'm going to run manage data, expose data, and we've got our bscan coming out, our reference subtracted bscan. So processing data, this folder, its use is that it takes the input data. You can put more trees in here. It's where you do your data processing. Then all the outputs on the root of this are exposed in the package, and that's how we get the data in and out. Okay. Okay, and let's keep going. I'm going to add the execute one. Again, we get the task folder for free, and execute would just be simply run that tree, freshen up the outputs, and that should work. So the task folder, remember, all the tasks show up in the package task folders. Those are just the names of the nodes on the root of the tasks folder. And then some with known names are executed in known conditions, and those would be like compile is run when it's compiled, after replace is run when you replace the package, when you update the package, and that's so those are the tasks. Okay, so let's keep going down the list. So add event. So what is an event? I'm just going to rename this, call that exe done, and then this shows up package event fire exe done. So when we run the execute, this is going to fire this event, and let's put this, reset my counter to 0 here. We'll see that in a second. And I'm going to drag this event on here, this sequence on here, and it says now I have one subscriber, and I'm running the execute task on the test node. So it's connected. I can do flash subscribers, one subscriber flashes. Now when I do execute, my counter increments. That's recording that after the execute, it's done some random thing that you want to do after execute. Okay, so let's keep going down here. Reference data folder would be a place where you sort of want to hold some data in the package, typically maybe a reference data set, and that would be there. And let's keep going with tasks, because we've done only known tasks. So these would be a user task. So I'm going to add a sequence. So open ref. Okay. And why don't we just put file open on there as an execute. And now I can do open ref, and it asks me to open my reference data, and my reference data opens. Okay, so it's really easy to add a task. So I can add task parameters by adding extended properties. So I'm just going to do a file name as an extended property, and then when I go to my package tasks, and that adds a task parameter there, and let's copy that and stick it in the file name, and then so if I run that, and then I need to plumb my task execute here to equals / this .f name is I think what I called it. No. What? Comma instead of a dot. Okay. So now this file name should be passed into there and open. Let's see if it works. And it works. Yeah, just to let's just throw away some subsets here. Oh, did that? Didn't mean to do that. But it should be easy to hook up. File comes back up. So that's sort of a user-defined task. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So let's clean up a little bit of stuff here just so we have room for the next stuff. Okay, so going down our list, drag source. There's a little note there. You can, let's just drag anything on that, and then that drags out onto your workspace. So if you want something that's exposed, that's a clean way of doing it. You can also do connection points. So let's say we want some other node to come in. You can have a drop site for a connection point and then consume it on the inside. So that's another possibility. I'm going to do remove connection points. Okay, and what else have we got here? Developer dialog is an interesting one. That one is basically, it adds a known edit dialog node in here, and you can put help and diagnostics in here. So this is the help that it sort of defaults to. More help here, and if I do edit dialog, I can put, there's a data viewer down here, so you could put some output there. So you can put diagnostics, help, whatever you want, and then the package consumer can go, oh, look in here and see what they've got. So I think that gives gives a lot of things. The main things to do, the reflected properties is one we haven't covered. That's probably not too important. What that one does is, if you have a package in a package, it exposes the internal reflective properties, so it doubly reflects them. Fingerprint gives you something to test with. So I think that's a good start. From now, maybe on our next video, we'll look at sort of overall working with packages in terms of design and passing them between workspaces and so on. But I think that's good for now.